Hi guys, thanks for watching my channel. I'm Caroline and today we are going to be organizing my shoe closet. If you're new here, please consider subscribing down below, and if you are into organizing your wardrobe, your closet, your accessories, your shoes, please give this video a thumbs up. We definitely will be going over the before. There are kind of two stages of before. This is stage 2. This is not ready, and the shoes have kind of just been placed willy-nilly for the sake of not having the shoes all over the place. So we are going to be taking them all down and putting them back up and kind of curating them, because then this storage doesn't store as much as what was here before. Prior to this, I stored all my shoes on these glass and kind of metal shelves from Ikea. I believe they're called Vitz Joe. I'll link them down below in the description box if you're curious. I personally really liked the look. I think they went really well with this kind of gray painted wall in the bedroom. But the problem was, if you are, the kind of person that leaves your window open, there's just so much dust and dirt, and I just couldn't keep up with the upkeep. These particularly, not only are they more enclosed, we can add glass doors. At some point I am going to add the doors on, but it's great because it's IKEA, you can buy the pieces separately. So what we're going to do today is, again, like I said, just take all the shoes down off of the shelves. I have this kind of protective tarp. I guess tarp is a little generous. It's a really old mattress protector. I'm just going to lay this on top of my bed to protect it from all the dirt from the shoes and take all the shoes down. By my last count, I had close to 200, if not about 200. 200 pairs of shoes, give or take, and I'm not going to have as much space as that. I am definitely going to have to pare down. So that's what we're going to do today. Alright, so I have taken all the shoes, can't even say all the shoes down, because you can see I did not take down the center section. The bed is just full. I tried to make sure that I was lining the shoes up and not just throwing them on the bed in a giant, mosh pit of shoes. And it just didn't fit everything. But I've always imagined that the center section here was going to be for flats, so I'm going to try to organize around that and kind of deal with the space issues that we're having here. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down these shelves and then get organizing. So you can see up close the bookcases that I've had for a while and were purchased a long time ago are yellowed with age. They kind of have more of like a off-white beigey color, whereas the center section, which I got this year, or rather, the end of 2020, is a much brighter white. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm not really concerned about it because we are going to be putting doors on this side, and that'll kind of help disguise it. But if you get your shelves at a different time, if you get on Craigslist or things like that, you can have this kind of coloration differential. So when I'm looking at the space that I have, first and foremost, when I'm organizing my shoes, I really think about my space constraints. So for example, the bottom shelves are automatically going to be all my tall boots, and the center shelves, which are intentionally, not as tall because I added extra shelves, those are intended for flats, just because, I don't have to worry about kind of squeezing the heels in there or anything like that. That's kind of the first thing that I think about when I'm thinking about my shoe display. Just first and foremost, you got to think about your space constraints. So I went ahead and culled it down to just 8 pairs. There was really not a lot of organization to do with the boots. A lot of them are the same color. 6 out of 8 are black, so they're all kind of the same. I just grouped them with what looked good, and now we really have to tackle the rest of the shoes. My vision is to take into account how I'm going to be wearing the shoes. I'm going to organize it. I believe, work shoes, casual shoes, and party shoes. Just because if, I'm running out for work, I don't want to sort through my whole closet looking for a pair of you know, pumps that's work appropriate as opposed to, let me see if I can find this. This would not be a work appropriate shoe. And I don't want my mind to be thinking, you know, if I'm running out for work, I kind of mentally have to exclude this as I'm looking at it. So if all my work shoes are in one area, I can, you know, really be focused and choose the shoe that I want. Although I really should be choosing my outfit the night before, huh? Although, again, I'm not going out to work, so maybe this problem doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put my work shoes in. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this section for work shoes, and then maybe there I'm gonna be doing the party and casual shoes. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put up kind of my work pumps. I have this spare pair. I know there's room up on that shelf right there, but it doesn't really go color-wise. I was trying to keep it, you know, lighter colored, and then black shoes. I have an orphan pair. I'm gonna keep this aside and kind of see if I can think of another way to put them. So I'm gonna put these aside. That is gonna be my organizational plan. Okay, and even just those few seconds since I switched over the camera, I rearranged the shoes. I ended up putting the black pair right here, and I'm trying to think, what did I move? I think I moved the silver pair. I don't know. Anyway, I put them where they are. They are gonna be here. I think what's next is going to be ankle boots. Because my high boots are kind of on the bottom here, I'm gonna put all the ankle boots right on the shelves right above it, just to keep kind of a like with like. I don't know, maybe this whole organization system isn't helpful to you because it doesn't really make sense. I think it, again, first and foremost, I have to think about the space and practically what fits. You know, high boots are gonna go on the bottom where the high shelves are, and flats are going to go in the shallow shelves. Then ankle boots, which are kind of like high boots but just ankle style, are going to go on the next bottom shelf. This is going to look different for everyone, and it depends on how you use your shoes and how you use your space. But for me, I probably should have started with the ankle boots before I went right into the work shoes, but I just wanted to look at some pretty pumps. Shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on that empty space right there. I think key about organizing, even though you lay everything out, sometimes you kind of forget about stuff that you consider to be part of a certain category. So just keep in mind it is an ongoing process. And as far as the ankle boots go, I think I'm okay. I kind of cheated a little. I put a pair of ankle booties, a little more of a party pair, leopard in the same section, just to keep the leopards together. I guess the moral of this story is the rules are there are no rules. As you guys can tell, I have lost a lot of light. This organization process took a lot longer than I had anticipated. I actually, prior to this video, just for my own mental sanity, had mapped out what shoes I thought would go where and kind of thought about what shoes I would be willing to let go. The problem with that map was that I was accounting for being able to fit 6 pairs of shoes in each little cubby, and it turns out that I can only fit 5. Now, I could probably squeeze in 6 pairs in certain, you know, shelves depending on the width of the shoe, but I really don't want to kind of crush and squeeze my shoes in, especially if I want to be able to kind of grab and go. So I've stuck to 5 pairs per little cubby space, and it has cut down on being able to organize in more ways than I expected. That was another challenge. I guess what it comes down to, and the moral of this is, be adaptable, be willing to make changes. I am gonna put in footage of the final that I'm taking tomorrow, just so it's not so dark. As you can see, I decided to put, you know, sneakers on the very top. Then I went with work shoes. I found another pair of work shoes somehow. And then you have, you know, booties and tall heels, or tall boots rather. And the same goes on the bottom of the other side. We do have, you know, tall boots, ankle boots, and those are, you know, the black section. I also color coded my flats in the middle section. I think the flats are almost the only section that kind of went the way that I had planned, because, you know, there's no height differential and I could count how many pairs would fit. I do plan to have a bag and shoe sale this year. I haven't quite decided what platform I'm going to be using yet, but just, you know, keep that open in your mind. So save up, I guess, guys. You know, I always like the idea that something that isn't serving me can always go to and serve someone else in a better way. All the things that we have in our lives, we definitely don't have to throw away. We can donate, we can sell, we can give to someone else. So just keep that in mind when you're organizing. Don't just think everything is going to the landfill. Oh gosh, well, it's been a long journey, guys. If you've made it this far, please leave the word socks in the comments down below so I know that you watched to the end. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye.